Welcome back to another book review. This week we are talking about The Hunter's Apprentice by Margaret Feuerman. This is another SPFBO contest entry for SPFBO 11, and it is an interesting book, and I'll tell you why. First things first, though, as always, a disclaimer. My opinions in this review do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the contest as a whole, and the book will be judged based on many different people reading it and collating all the opinions and putting it together. So if you want more information, keep an eye out for SPFBO updates and take that into account. Now, into the book review. This is a epic, noble, bright fantasy about Bess, who is heir to the throne of Arvin, and they are fighting together with some other kingdoms to overcome the evil god that has broken through the gate and is being held at bay by a ghost, the ghost of her great grandmother, Demetrice. Last name I'm not even going to try and pronounce. It's very long. No, I'm not even going to try. So she is a magical ghost who died in her battle against this god trying to break through the gate, and now her descendants and their people are fighting against him and trying to reclaim their home. So this book, I think, was very interesting. I loved kind of the growth of Bess as we went from child to teenager, young adult, and she's kind of taking on more responsibility and then eventually takes on the throne and has to deal with politics and people scheming and, again, fighting against this monster. And she's got new magic that she's discovering because she has been blessed by their various divine goddesses, and it's kind of a lot, and is definitely epic in scope. This story has a lot of detail in the world. I loved the magic system, and I loved the different culture that they had. This was very much not just your standard patriarchal medieval Europe kind of culture. This was very much a culture built on the society that would be interacting with this evil monster generation after generation. And I loved those details. I think that was very nicely well done. The character of Bess, she's excellent. Excellently written. I think that her desires as they get older and her understanding of the world, it changes, and I loved watching that change. And I also loved seeing her kind of come into her power, not necessarily magical, but that too, but political and just understanding of her people and their needs, and I think it was very nicely done. I especially liked the concept of the ghost and having the ghost of her great grandmother, many greats grandmother, kind of watching over her and, yes, interfering at times, and the question of divinity, I think, very nicely well done. So this is an excellent book. I would highly recommend it to anyone interested in epic fantasy, anyone interested in noble bright fantasy. I don't know how long the series is, but book 1 certainly has plenty to be getting on with. So if you are interested in that, definitely go check it out. And don't forget, this opinion does not necessarily reflect the opinion of the group as a whole, and it is my opinion only. And for the SPFBO contest, we will collate all the opinions of all the judges. So going on from there, I hope you have a fantastic day, happy reading, and I shall see you next time.